Hello FNAFers! The summer spring has come and so did FNAF. And I think that I might have finally solved one of the biggest mysteries of Five Nights at Freddy's that had haunted the franchise since Five Nights at Freddy's 4. What's inside the FNAF 4 box? But before I will tell you anything, I want to ask you to please subscribe to my channel to not miss any of my videos and press that like button with that bell. Also, there will be spoilers for Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights Book 4 Step Closer Story 3 Coming Home. Also, I will mention who is Teach Wraith. So yeah, if you don't want any spoilers, you have been warned. Now, let's get onto the video. The mystery of what inside the box had haunted the franchise since FNAF 4, which was one of the original FNAF games that came out in 2015. There have been many theories about it. Some said that the box contained the animatronic version of Crying Child. Some said that it contained Puppet cause it looked like a puppet trunk. And some have even connected it to the Paragraph 4 from FNAF 6. But I think it was much more simpler than that. Kat had once said, quote, "What's in the box? It's the pieces put together." Now, what are the pieces? The pieces are memories. Crying Child's memories to be specific. Now, why do I think so? Well, in the April of this year, Scott had uploaded a spin-off game called Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, Furious Rage, to say sorry for the game's delay. Again, the game seemed like a normal spin-off game of Five Nights at Freddy's, just like FNAF World and Freddy in Space 2 was. But in the end of this game, we can see a boss who has keyholes all over him, digital clock eyes, and FNAF 4 items in its head. The name of the boss was Dreamgaze. It is pretty obvious that he is meant to resemble FNAF 4 box, and his name is callback to an old theory about FNAF 1, 2, and 3 being just a dream created by Crying Child's imagination. Now, if the boss is a representation of the box, then the items in its head are the items in the box. The items in its head are 1. FNAF 4 box. 2. A key probably from the box. 3. FNAF 4's grandfather clock that stands in the Afton family house in FNAF 4. 4. Tiny toy chica from a girl in FNAF 4 who is at the playground. 5. Just a normal pizza. 6. A brain snapshot of Crying Child's brain. 7. A puff of plush probably from the Foxy plush. 8. Microphone probably belongs to Fredbear. And 9. Balls from the ball pit. Now, from FNAF Into the Pit, we know that some locations had ball pits. And from one of the epilogues, we know that somebody died in one, but we won't talk about it right now. The thing I'm trying to say is that all of these things were in FNAF 4, and if the boss is a representation of the box, then these items are the items in the box, which means that they are the pieces put together. But what are they together? There can be 3 options. And one of them I already told you. Together they are Crying Child's memories. But why are they in the box? Well, the box is actually a metaphor for memories being locked away from Crying Child, aka Evan Afton, which fits the phrase, perhaps some things are best left forgotten. But why are they locked away from him? The answer is in the books and appears multiple times. The first appearance was in FNAF Silver Eyes, where Dave, aka William Afton, tells Charlie and others this quote.
They don't remember. They're forgotten. The dead do forget. All they know is that you are here, trying to take away their happiest day.
Now, that actually connects to a story inside FNAF Fazbear Frights Book 4, Step Closer, Story 3, Coming Home. In the story, we see Susie, aka one of the missing children that William have killed. But in the story we found out that she have been split into two. One half that remembers everything except her death, and so she does not know that she is dead, and into a half that does not have any memories of the past life, and that have possessed Chica. In the story, Susie needs to find a doll that she had lost before her death to pass on in peace. And since she can't find it, her sister needs to find it. But Chica, who is possessed by the other half of Susie, tries to stop them because she thinks that Samantha, aka the sister, will leave the doll to herself. And this kinda fits into what William said in the Silver Eyes. The other example of souls forgetting things after they die is in the epilogues of Fazbear Frights book series, where Jake and Andrew, the spirit who possessed Teach Wraith, who is basically an Andrew mixed with many things, talk about how their memories are kinda fuzzy. Here's a quote.
My memories are kinda fuzzy.
Jake said.
Fuzzy, yeah, so are mine.
Andrew responded. Now, all of this proves that spirits do lose their memories after their death, and so it would be logical for Evan's memories to be in a box, because the box is a metaphor for his memories being locked away from him. Now, what does the open box mean in FNAF World's files? It means that his memories were given back to him, but when did that happen? I think it happened after he got what he wanted, his happiest day, aka the birthday he never got. It's just like Susie's situation where she needed to find something that she lost before her death, aka the doll. After she finds the doll, she and Chica disappear, and I think she has reconnected with her other half in Chica, connecting the splitted memory into one. And I think after that she went to the Happiest Day minigame to help Evan pass on in peace too, and gain back his memories that are locked away from him. And in FNAF World, the box is opened because it's a representation of heaven, and when Evan goes to heaven, he gets his memories back. And we do know that the Happiest Day minigame did happen, because on one of the versions of FNAF 3, there is an achievement called the True End. And it is given when you get the good ending, which is achieved by doing the minigames, including Happiest Day minigame. So yeah, the Happiest Day minigame did happen, and Evan did get his memories back, and went to heaven after FNAF 3. So yeah, that's it. I also have two other theories about what could be in the box, but they are less likely, and I think the one I just told you is the real answer, but it'll still tell you two other theories. Theory 2. My second theory is that the pieces put together are FNAF 4 itself, which would explain why in the game after FNAF 4, which is FNAF World, the box was opened. But I don't think anybody would accept it that way. But Scott had said this exact thing on his Steam post, which makes this theory even more believable. Quote, it's the pieces put together, but the bigger question is, will the community accept it that way? So yeah, that's it for theory 2. Theory 3 is that the items in the box are the things that were brought to Evan while he was in the hospital bed. But I'm not sure why would someone bring a pizza and a grandfather clock to a hospital. So yeah, these theories are less believable than the first one, but still possible I guess. So yeah, that's it. That was my theory for FNAF 4 box. And if you did not watch my video about who is Mrs. Afton, I would recommend you to go under the description of this video and press on the first link in the description, which would send you to my video where I talk about who is Mrs. Afton. If you have your own theories about FNAF, mysteries or clues to solve any FNAF mystery, you can join my Discord server, link in the description, where you can post your theories, art and chat. But for now, that's it. Check out my last videos if you did not watch them. Subscribe to my channel to not miss any of my videos, press that like button with the bell, and remember, I always come back.
You're broken. Well, still your friends. They still believe that I'm still here. I'll put her back together.